Hello, everybody. How are we doing? Coming to you May 4th, getting ready to assign this for May 5th. Going to show you how to start working on your pandemic history in the making journal. So if you go to your Google Classroom, so I've got first hours up here, you'll see at the top of the stream it says Pandemic History in the Making Journal. You want to click on that and you will get to your copy of it. First thing you want to do is make sure you read the directions. And it says using your copy of the Google slide, please read the directions carefully and craft your responses using the various prompts as your guide. You should complete a minimum of 5 slides, journal entries, by the due date, May 15th. So you have some autonomy as to when you do which slides, and you can definitely do more than 5. As you open up your copy, it's going to look like this. And the first slide, which is also included in the email, you'll see the overview and the directions in the email that I sent today. It says, history in the making. You are important, so is what you have to say. Your journal will be a primary source for this pandemic. A primary source is an eyewitness account of an event, a first-hand original source. You are currently experiencing something that's going to go down in the history books. Basically, it explains what's a pandemic and then what is the purpose here. This is your journal of the pandemic, so share what you feel. Be as detailed as you can. Feelings, dialogue, things you notice. You're the author of your own story. You want the reader to feel as though they are part of it. You can do more than just writing here. You can also draw, doodle, record yourself, create a video to document a day in the life of you. And the directions are pretty straightforward. You're going to use this slideshow to create an online journal, and feel free to change the theme and add your pictures. I'm going to show you how to do that in just a second. You can also record or videotape your journal and add it into the slides. If you're not sure how to do that, please, we'll do a Google Hangout. Let me know if it's something you're interested in learning about. I'd be happy to help you. Use the prompts to craft your journal response to add to your Google Slides for the weeks of May 4th through the 15th. One prompt per slide, but you can also incorporate multiple prompts. It's your journal, so make it work for you. At least 5 journal responses, once again, done by May 15th. Each journal response can be considered a new chapter. Delete the prompts from the slide when you're finished with your journaling, and it should be only your writing. Your font size between 14 and 18, and choose a font that's easily readable. So I want to look first at the first slide, and you'll notice that each slide has prompts on it. Journal prompt 1, journal prompt 2, journal prompt 4, 5, and then it also has some additional things if you're stuck on the very last one. So you're going to write these right on the slides. You're going to write your responses and or link your videos and or your images, whatever you want to do. But we're going to start with this first one, and it's kind of like day one when I first heard about the coronavirus. So the prompts are, when did you first hear? What was your reaction? Did anything change in your routine? What did your parents, teachers, friends say about the coronavirus? Now you see, I actually have some writing done here. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of these prompts on my copy to kind of fix the space. I'm even going to maybe adjust this, make it a little smaller. A little smaller. I don't really like the font, so I'm going to go with this font here. I like the color. I'm going to change the color on it. I do want it bold. Maybe I'll underline it too. Okay. And this is what I wrote. I first heard about the coronavirus in late December. At the time, like many Americans, I didn't pay too much attention to it. My wife and I had planned a short getaway in February for 2 years, our belated honeymoon. And as the time for our travel approached, we began to get nervous. Even though we only knew of a few cases in the US by mid-February, we were traveling to Mexico and didn't know how much would change in the 4 days we were traveling. We made it back, but the airports had a strange vibe, and some people were already wearing masks. It was March 11th when we got really nervous. The word pandemic was the new label for the situation, and that prompted many people to worry. We shopped at Costco, and you could just feel the tension in the air. Fear of the unknown had brought Americans out of their comfort zone. In fact, each time that I shopped for groceries between March 5th until about the 17th, the stores were growing noticeably more uneasy. It was as if a dark cloud was slowly engulfing us as the reality of the dire situation was hitting home. The day it really hit the hardest, though, was when it was announced that school would be closing. It was a very sad day. All right, so I want to change the fill color for this text box here. I thinking maybe a light purple or something like that. Um, I also think I want to add like an image maybe. So if I go to insert, image, search the web, I looked up pandemic here. I'm going to click on, I like this image. I'm going to insert that, and then it's too big. So I have to kind of grab it at the corners, and there's a couple of ways you can do this. And I'm going to just put it right here, and voila. I also don't know if I like the font here, so I'm going to change that font. I like Cabin Sketch. How's that? Oh, I'm not sure if that might look better in a different color. Um, let's try. Nope, that's not going to work. Let's try green. That's a little better. Um, actually, I don't know if the Cabin Sketch is showing up well enough. Ooh, I might be able to make that a little bit bigger. Okay, looks pretty good. Um, maybe I can do a different theme here. Let's see. Um, or view. Um, oh yeah, change the background. What the background color? Maybe make that like that. Ooh, it's a little more eye-catching. Now, if I put it in a presentation mode, what does it look like? Ooh, I like that. I guess you can't see the whole thing from your view, but oops. Okay. So as you can see, what I did here was I did my writing and then I got rid of the prompts. I added a visual, I changed the font, I added some colors, and I could take a lot more time and play around with it. Like I said, I could change the theme, I could add transitions, I can change the layout, the background, a lot of different things I can do. I can link in a video here. Really, sky's the limit. The point is, this is your journal. This slide, this copy is yours. You can add more slides. You can, if you're artistic, you could add a text box. You could draw it. You could draw a shape. You can do word art. You can do a diagram. There's a lot of different things that you could do to make this really authentically yours as you document and journal your experiences moving forward. This is part of a larger project, but for the next 9 days of school, this is what we'll be working on. If you have any questions, please let me know. You do not need to turn this in, as I can view you could turn it in when you're done, but I can view your responses and your work on it in real time as long as you're using the original slide that I shared with you. I hope this finds you well, and I look forward to reading and looking at your awesome journal reflections. So thank you.